Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Hakwadash, double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders, great millstone, and salutations to Akim pushing this word, and also saying honor to the whole full elect. Shalom. My name is Korah Allah, and Lord willing, this to be an edifying lesson. Ukraine is running out of bodies. What will the U.S. do? Lord will, something along this line will be the title. So this is the article posted September 16th, 2023 from RT News. It says Ukraine conscription officer reveals huge casualty rate. Only 10 to 20% of those drafted in Poltava region last fall are still fighting against Russia. It says up to 9 out of 10 Ukraine army draftees who joined the last year have been either killed or wounded in action, a senior conscription officer in the country's Poltava region said on Friday, according to local media. The military urgently needs reinforcements, as out of 100 people who joined the units last fall, 10 to 20 remain. The rest are dead, wounded, or disabled. It continues on to say, Ukraine announced a general mobilization shortly after the start of Russia's military campaign in February 2022, banning most men aged 18 to 60 from leaving the country in August. I'm trying to go straight to the point. It says, acknowledgement comes amid Ukraine's counteroffensive that has been underway for more than 3 months but has failed to gain significant ground. Earlier this week, Russian President Vladimir Putin established Ukraine's losses at more than 71,000 troops. This is Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come out. And this is what we're looking at now. All right. These prophecies are finally coming to pass, and they're coming in very fast. All right. We're seeing these things happen very quickly. It says Joel 3:9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles being these heathen nations. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, the men of war, the conscriptions, the drafts. All right. We just read in the article that said in Ukraine, they're not allowing men from 18 to 60 to leave the country because they have to fight in that war and prepare to die in that war. It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And this is going to lead into that Third World War. It says, Joel 3:10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. This is the reason why I read the article earlier concerning America sending all kind of assistance to Ukraine. All right. And here it is, America, you have to ask, where are they pulling this money from? All right, because here they are, trillions of dollars in debt. Okay, here they are about to have a government shutdown, but yet they have it's full steam ahead on supporting Ukraine. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. So the pruning hooks and plowshares are tools of agriculture. All right, developing your country or whatnot. But now you're gonna take the pruning hooks and your plowshares, and instead of developing your cities, you're gonna develop your armies. That's why you see these smart weapons or smart missiles are being developed. Okay, and they're getting more smarter and more faster and more powerful by the day. Joel 3:11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. right? The mighty ones are the angels, because even the angels are going to get busy in the time to come. Let the heathen be wakened. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? Or in the Hebrew be Yahweh Shabbat, Most High's judgment. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So it's going to be a lot of war. A lot of men are going to be fighting in this last world's war. Mainly to take place in the Battle of Jehoshaphat, the Persian Gulf, or Iran. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fat overflow, for their wickedness is great. Okay, so that's how the Lord is going to do with these heathens. All right, put you in the sickle. Let the fat overflow. All right, and that's basically how the Lord is going to be destroying these different nations. All right, even when the war is taking place, that's when Yahweh Shai is going to make his return. Multitudes, multitudes, multitudes. It says multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. This is just something on my mind, something I just pondering about, and the Spirit had me go into a few articles, so Lord, this is an edifying lesson. This is Isaiah 34:4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. And whose heaven? Esau's heaven, his kingdom. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, representing that mushroom cloud. It says, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as the falling fig from the fig tree, going into the destruction. All right, all the hosts of the armies. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Right, the Lord's sword is going to bathe in heaven, which the heaven is talking about Esau's kingdom. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment, Esau. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. This is Isaiah 34:6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord has made a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. All right, so it says fat. It says with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. That's representing the people. All right, it's going to be the people are going to be a sacrifice, and mainly in America. All right, Edomites, these other heathens, and 2/3 of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullock with the bulls. In their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses, for the controversy of Zion. So Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, okay, which Yahweh Shai, the Son, you even call Jesus Christ, he's going to come back. He's going to come back with his vengeance, right? And the one way the Lord's going to have vengeance upon this place is by way of nuclear missiles, with chariots shooting concentrated fire, along with those angels. All right, so the Lord's going to have vengeance upon this man's kingdom. All right, taking this man out of power, and upon these heathens also, and 2/3. All right, because it's the same spirit that put that put the Lord to death, saying let his blood be upon them and their children. They're back again here today, doing their same wickedness. So the Lord's gonna have vengeance in his heart in that day. It says Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. I brought this out because the gospel is out throughout the four corners of the world, right? So once the gospel is out, what does that mean? That means the elect is going to wake up, okay? And that means that when the elect is woken, or the elect is sealed, I should say, the Lord's going to destroy this place and save his elect. So the gospel being the good news shall be preached in all the world, right through the internet, for a witness unto all nations, because the elect is scattered abroad, and then shall the end come. All right, so we're living in the end now. What we're seeing play out, you could think it's gonna roll over. You could think it's gonna go back to normal. No one thought that Russia was gonna go into Ukraine. All right, no one thought that. Everybody thought it's gonna be a standoff, and they're gonna come to an agreement. All right, they're gonna make a deal. All right, and that'll be that. But no, Russia invaded Ukraine, right? And then there was all sorts of deaths since. Okay, so no one thought that was gonna happen. In the same way, no one thinks or hope, I should say, they hope it don't happen. They hope World War III don't happen. But the elect does. Revelation 7:2. And I saw another angel ascended from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, of whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of the Most High in their foreheads. Okay. And how being sealed in our foreheads through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. The Spirit being put upon the elect, lower part of the elect. All right. The Spirit being put upon us to understand this word and to preach it and to believe it and to have faith in the Most High and the Son and in those names. Okay. So again, I said Ukraine is out of bodies. What will the U.S. do? Something to this effect. All right. Because why? Because war is coming. And these so-called Americans or diehard Americans are going to have to prove themselves. They have to fight for their country. Okay. Wars, famines, pestilence. Okay. Race wars. All right. Class wars. Martial law. The mark of the beast, which is the microchip, the RFID microchip. The time of Jacob's trouble. All right. All these things are about to happen. Lowest edifying lesson I want to say all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Hakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, great millstone, and salutations to Akim pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty. Shalom.